Supreme Court again. The CBFC has approached the Supreme Court anticipating an appeal by the makers of the movie Jana Nayagan. This is the last movie of actor Vijay, who has turned a politician now, and the CBFC has now filed a caveat in the Supreme Court. This is after the High Court had set aside the single judge order. So now, in the latest, the CBFC has approached the Supreme Court. Remember, the makers of Jana Nayagan had also approached the Supreme Court previously. And my colleague Deepankar is joining us on the broadcast with the details. Deepankar, earlier it was the makers of Jana Nayagan who had knocked on the doors of the Supreme Court. It had asked for the makers to go to the High Court. Now that the High Court has set it aside, the CBFC has gone to the Supreme Court. What are the details?
Well, yes, now the Central Board of Film, the CBFC has approached the Supreme Court and has filed a caveat before the Supreme Court. A caveat application, remind you, is an application in order to ask the Supreme Court not to pass any kind of direction in this matter or not to go for any kind of order in this matter without them being heard. So now CBFC has approached the Supreme Court in an anticipation that an appeal may be filed by the makers of the movie Jana Nayagan after the Madras High Court has in fact dismissed set aside the order of the single judge who had actually given the UA certificate to Jana Nayagan. So now the fact of the matter is that after the CBFC has filed this application, whenever an appeal may be filed by the producers of the movie, the makers of the movie, then the court will have to inform the CBFC and will have to hear the CBFC as well before passing any kind of order in this movie, in the appeal, if any appeal is filed by the makers of Jana Nayagan before the Supreme Court.
Okay, all right. Deepankar, thank you for joining us with those details. Of course, the wait still continues for the release of the movie, for the supporters and fans who are waiting for the movie. The CBFC now knocking on the doors of the Supreme Court.